most of the tracks that I listen to put me on the mood for focus, they got poetry on them.
Okay.
And that's got a value for me as a listener. But to be a part of it and actually record it, that's just priceless for me. And obviously, that's just my personal view. But I can see how if you eliminate the barrier, bring people in. If you're just starting, you might not know you're really into it, but if it's free, it's a good incentive and it's a great initiative to get people to really find out what they have inside them, you know. But yeah, that would be it.
Charles. Yeah. My name's Happy. Nice to meet you, man.
Hovering through the skies, plotting someone's demise.
You too.
No purification,
I thought you said you show that.
just provocations and occasions that water tides on strides, clashing each other, then it dies. Teenagers roaming in formation, making a relation, passing on name tags to generations and rations, creating what's already been created, concretated, seeing it as entertainment. So much hatred. Why do they praise it? I see a sea of flames, a burning passion from strangers. Because the area is a plague, the past tense is too aggressive. Demons dance in the wind because they can be quite possessive. The night's raging because it's restless. Knife crime being strengthened. Reflecting on life but can't notice the reflection. A blind conscience added to the collection. I see a sea of flames. Oh, what do you see? You see an open door of faith, the salvation key. Social anxiety ties me to a certain degree. Ties me to a certain degree. It ties me to a certain degree. Ties me to a certain degree.
I think it's beneficial for young artists to have free studio sessions, as it helps people occupy time instead of being on the streets and getting involved in gang activities and selling drugs and stuff which could get them in trouble with the law. And I think it's a good social event as well to communicate with other musicians and poets and artists, producers that understand your taste in music, you know, poetry.
The idea of the poem is that it's about my actual environment with bad situations going on, about teenagers that are going through stabbings and other violent situations, getting lost in the process, but they're trying to look for a salvation, which is a hope to get out of it. So that's what salvation is.
My name's Velkaz, everyone calls me VK. I'm an artist, sound engineer and producer. 100% anything's free for young people in terms of creativity has always been beneficial because it's how I learned all the skills that was required of me so that I could be in the position I am today. So from sound engineering to rapping to even producing are things I learned either at school or youth clubs. From these 3 sessions, it pushed me and encouraged me to take this path further down in life.
Poetry to me, it means like a lot. Like music in general means a lot. Like music, I think, makes the world goes round. Because music impacts you physically, mentally, and socially. Like, because you communicate with people. Sorry for that mess up. You communicate about it with people, and like it mentally impacts you because like you listen to music and you have like the right idea or like also an idea of what you're gonna do with your life. How are you gonna do in your future?
Nice one.
And yeah, really.
Big G, City, Don, Hooligan, chewing on a mixture of So Solid Crew and on Tunnel Vision mixtapes. He rates whoever hates and makes a city sound worse. They're the truest ones. Ones who make a living out of pissing on the streets they grew up on. While the peak G's get played out, this weak G he flakes out like a Cadbury's did dandruff. It drops out. He drops out of high school. UK, not USA, he was Blaze when he stayed in lessons. Makes sense to call it high school like it's based in Everest. His favourite lesson was music. His favourite rappers made him say, screw this, I'm through with it. Picked up the towel, threw it in, now he's in the ring like a horror film, but it's the real thing, 'cause he's pushing coke, living his life like a street king. Crown made by New Era, throne made by Lazy Boy, estate visits to postcodes, unpaid tax, evasion ploy, dangerous boy. Disabled the system containing him, enabled him to take the key. Swallow it. He doesn't need a handout. Now he gets his hands out, escaping from the cages in, rattling it, shaking it, breaking it, obliterating it, places the remains of it under his Air Max trainers, proclaiming himself the saviour, treated like a deity in the order he's created. Couple years ago he was an aimless kid never making shit. Now Tom Hanks, he's made it big. Now he's making moves he thought unattainable. Now he's got the funds, he chooses to pursue his music. Shaped by his experience, his lyrics refute the system that used him, exploited and bruised him. The message he's spouting makes him different from the others. He's not just rapping, he's preaching. He's renouncing the indifference